Darkness envelops Europe, religious persecution, world wars, and deep sorrow. But like a torch that does not go out, the congregation continues to shine.
Adversities plague the congregation in Spain, but at the end of the war, the houses and temples, or their ruins, were returned. In the same spirit, the congregation is once again promoting vocations and the mission continues.
Publications resurface as a symbol of commitment and renewal. The journal Vida Religiosa was born in 1944, enlightening numerous religions in more than 85 Spanish-speaking countries.
The congregation, which had already engaged in the study and teaching of canon law, takes another step forward. In 1939, it founded the Juridicum Institute in Rome, which jurists of the highest level, turning the area of law into a mission field.
In 1940, Father Narciso Garcia, with other Spanish theologians, founded the Spanish Mariological Society. Later, the congregation begins to publish the journal Ephemeridis Mariologicae. The congregation experienced a strong Marian fervor, which in 1942 was reinforced by the consecration of the world to the Heart of Mary by Pius XII.
In 1947, Father Cristobal Fernandez published Blessed Father Claret, an extensive, complete, and historically accurate biography. St. Anthony Mary Claret is presented as a model of missionary holiness. In him, his children could contemplate how the fire of love transforms one's own life and can illuminate the lives of all.
The year 1949 marks the first centenary of the congregation. On May 7, 1950, Father Claret was canonized. The joy of the missionaries was enormous, and they could count on the publication of the autobiography that is accessible to all. Shortly after, in 1952, the Temple of the Immaculate Heart of Mary was inaugurated in Rome, whose construction had been interrupted because of the two wars, the Spanish Civil War and the Second World War. Next to the temple, the new General Curia was inaugurated the following year. The signs of persecution followed the institute closely in various parts of the world. From 1949 to 1952, the congregation suffered relentless persecution in China. In 1956, religious persecution arose in Argentina, and the congregation suffered there as well. A few years later, as a result of the Cuban Revolution of 1959, the Claretian missionaries were expelled from Cuba and all their assets were confiscated.
Later, in 1953, a center dedicated to deepening the understanding of the historical and spiritual image of the founder was established in Rome. In 1961, it would begin to be called the Claretian Secretariat.
New projects emerged. Some were short-lived, such as the large formation centers in Salamanca and Rome. After a short time, vocations diminished. However, Claret's missionary spirit lives on.
The fire continues to burn, the Church recognizes the valuable help of our congregation. John the 23rd in 1959 appoints the first Claretian cardinal, Father Arcadio M. Larona.
1961, the 16th General Chapter is held in Rome. Father Peter Schweiger, one of the first German Claretians, was elected as the new Superior General. He was the only non-Spanish missionary among the chapter members. The congregation was becoming increasingly open to a more pluralistic cultural identity.
The fire of love crosses borders, from India, 1961, to Zaire in 1962. The light of the congregation spreads. While the world changes, the Claretian commitment remains unwavering.
A century, challenges, triumphs, losses, and hope. The congregation continues to bear witness to this undying flame.
We are missionaries, and our message is one of peace and gladness. We are channels of